Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Real Raw Reviews with Nettie and Ian. It's really just me at this point. Ian is at a place where he doesn't really want to do reviews. He's reading. Don't get me wrong. He's reading a lot of books, but not feeling the conversation. But I'm going to start trying to make my way with him coming back in. But if you're new here, welcome. Ian is my son. Again, he is not really feeling videos at this moment in time, but hey, it's okay. I have to come and tell you about a couple books I've read. Well, one I'm currently reading. Listen, y'all. Women. Men, you might be able to read it too. But listen. Sis, don't settle. How to Stay Smart in the Matters of the Heart by Faith Jenkins. I've only read part one. Part one is 4 chapters. I started this book. Today's Friday. I started this book like Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm already in part 2. Part 2 says it takes 2 to tango. This is not your average. People be like, oh, you read dating books, this and that. I really don't read dating books. Let's start there. There are times when we come to certain places in life where God's like, hey, pick this book up. I did get this book in February as a birthday gift. And I'm just not starting to read it. And whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're dating, whatever your relationship status is, you can read this, because not only does it talk about choosing you prior to dating, but she also talks about how to maintain your individuality in a relationship and to ensure that you don't lose you, not only when you're looking to date, but when you are dating or when you are married. This book, and she adds things like she's very Christian based as well. Faith Jenkins is a lawyer, she's a judge. She talks a little bit about her journey. She talks a lot about her journey. And y'all, I can't tell y'all I just cannot talk about how good this book is to me already, okay? Working in the background. This book is so good to me. I'm gonna read some of the stuff to y'all. One say get your partner who lifts you up, right? You should never have to second guess whether your partner still likes you, because your partner can love you and not like you. Trust me, I'm trying to tell you, I know. But all I'm telling you is you have to ensure that your partner, which I have always said that somebody can love you and don't like you. Because I can love people all day but don't like them because of who they are, right? Because that's very much possible, right? But don't let that deter you from dating. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are at a place in life that when the time comes to date, that can't nobody move you from what you stand on, right? Y'all's little new term is standing on business and stuff. So you have to stand on business about you. You have to put you first, know what you like. There's another book by Tony Evans called Living Single that I would recommend in addition to this. I have actually read that book 3 times. I plan on rereading it again. And again, these books don't have to be read just if you're single, right? You can be dating, you can be talking to people, whatever your situation is, and you can still read these books. These books are very, I don't know, for me, it's just like fulfilling. It's like, it gives you that extra, like, yep, like I thought, and it gives you that, like, I told you so type thing to continue choosing you, because you can't settle on what you want, right? You have to have boundaries, and you also have to know what it is that you want, your non-negotiables. Y'all, I get so hyped talking about this book, because I done highlighted so much in this book. Let me see. Your relationship's health starts with the relationship you have with yourself, okay? If you don't love you, baby, you can't expect nobody else to love you. If you have not healed from past traumas, past situationships, past relationships, you're not going to do anything but put that onto the next person. Don't do that. Heal. Take all the time you need to heal. It's okay to be by yourself. Date yourself. Love you, because then when your person comes, they should not be your happiness. They should be adding to your happiness. You have to make you happy. And if you don't make you happy, can't nobody else make you happy. And I'm trying to tell you. So it says it also means tuning into your own wants and needs the same way you would want a partner to attend to you. And you're better than bottom shelf. Baby, let me tell you something. She said something that me and some of my friends talk about all the time. People gonna call you bougie. People gonna call you high maintenance because of the things that you like, the things that you want, the things that you require. That don't mean nothing. That just means that they are not at a place in their life that they can meet you. Your partner has to be able to meet you where you at. And you shouldn't settle. You shouldn't settle. You should not settle for less than. So let them talk about, but that, and again, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that that's not who God has for you. And you cannot put yourself on the back burner and your own wants and needs if that person ain't meeting them, right? And it's okay. You could be friends, whatever you choose to do, but don't settle. And that's what she's saying. Don't settle for less than. And if that means you have to be single longer, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with being single. I don't know why people have put this negative connotation on being single, because let me tell you something, that there is nothing wrong with it, all right? That there's nothing wrong with being single. That I have done it for years at a time, on and off, being single or whatever the case is, and it's very rewarding. It's very refreshing, because not only do you really truly know who you are, but you grow in a different way that God wants you to grow, right? You get to see the world differently. You see things through a different perspective. It's rewarding. All I'm gonna tell you is this book is fire. Okay, it says one of the chapters is called Unapologetically Top Shelf, right? The inner you that generates high value love is the same place that attracts genuine love from others. If your inner source is unclear, your ability to attract high value love is obscured. She intrinsically knows her worth and uses that as her guiding light from which all her relationships will build. Know your worth. Know your worth. Okay? A healthy relationship is made up of two healthy people. Singlehood was not my curse. It was my time of preparation and evolution. Woo! Jesus, you can't tell me that ain't good right there. Okay? All I'm telling y'all is get this book. And I've only read part 1. There are, when I say this weekend, this is all I'm going to be doing. There's 4 parts, 15 chapters. I'm starting chapter 5. Like, listen here. When I get off work, this is what I'm doing. When I'm supposed to be working, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm ready to hurry up, get through my to-do list today and read. This all I want to read. So, listen, go get this book. When you get it and you start reading it, tag me in it. And if you don't follow me on other platforms outside of like YouTube, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, all my handles, I have everything. I have Snapchat. Listen, when you get it, you got to tag me in it after you start reading it. And you got to come back to the comments and tell me that you read this. I highly recommend this to any female. And I really feel like men can read this too. Now, it's not from a male perspective. It is from a female's perspective. But all in all, everything she talks about in this book can be applied to you as an individual. Listen. And to add to this, my shirt say, God don't play about me. Why would I let you? Listen here. It go together. It go together. Okay? At the end of the day, don't play about you. Don't let people play about you. Don't let people just play with you at all. Like, life's too short. If they ain't meeting the criteria, they not meeting the needs and the wants of you, hey, ain't nothing personal, but I gotta let God give me who is meant for me at the end of the day. Don't settle. That's all she's saying. But the way she goes about doing it is very unique. I've never read a book quite like this, right? I've never done the relationship books or anything. This would probably be outside of Tony Evans' Living Single, which I will tag a picture of that at the end of this. Outside of Tony Evans' Living Single, I think this would be the only, I guess you could say, relationship book that I've read. But I don't view this as a relationship book. I view this as a self-love book in a manner from a female judge, from a woman who is at the top of her class, who's at a level in life where men see her in a certain light, and so they stay away from it. A lot of times when we as women choose to boss up our lives, or we going after everything we got, it's harder to meet people who's willing to date us per se, because they feel like, oh, I'm not about to deal with that, this, that, and the third. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's what she says. Like, as a judge who's at the top of her class, she went to law school, graduated valedictorian of her class. It was difficult. She was single for years at a time, on and off, and she realized that she couldn't settle for the men that was coming in and out of her life. At the end of the day, please get this book. I can't brag enough on how good this book is. Okay? This book right here is fine. So, definitely get this book, copy it, let me know what you like, how you like it. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Again, Sis Don't Settle. How to Stay Smart in the Matters of the Heart by Faith Jenkins. Tag me once you get it. Thank you.